I won't be singing. Testing 1, 2. There I am. Let me just, if somehow I ring out. Testing 1, 2. Check. Ready when you are.
Good morning. Please stand and join us in singing our gathering song, We're Unity. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning. Yes, please be seated and welcome to Unity of Stewart, to our Sunday morning celebration service. Welcome to all who are watching on YouTube and Facebook. I'll speak names into YouTube first. Jess and Phil, Cheryl, Pam, Ann, Tony and Irma, Sylvie and Brenda and Beverly usually watch us or sometimes watch us on YouTube. If you're on YouTube and you'd like me to shout your name out at the beginning of the next service, send me an email. And who is on Facebook? We have Wendy. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Michael. And two Michaels, Michael Barrett and Michael Beecher. Good morning to you too. Linda and Rogelio and Deland. Good morning. And Audrey is watching. Are you on the West Coast, Audrey? Where is she?
On the West Coast.
On the West Coast. On the West Coast of the country, right? Oh, Florida. All right. And we have Barb. Give Jerry a kiss for me, Barb. Jerry is recovering. Our normal, regular sound guy is recovering. And Carlene. Good morning to you, Carlene. And good morning to everybody who is in the room. And as always, we have with us the Joyful Noise Band and Choir. And today, our special music features Mike Taylor. All right. And we'd like to welcome first-timers in the room. If you are a first-timer in the room and you'd like to receive a welcome packet, I invite you to raise your hand so that Dave or Rose can see you and give you a welcome packet. Anybody today for the first time? All right. Anybody else? If you are here for the first time and have not raised your hand and you would like to get a welcome packet on the way out, please do. They'll be on the left side as you exit the sanctuary. So in that welcome packet, for those of you who are online, did I say that already? No. For those of you who are online, if you'd like to receive a welcome packet, you can email us at admin@unityofstewart.org, and we'll be happy to send you a welcome packet. Now for what's in that welcome packet. Information about our Unity Center. There's a prayer request form. There's also a form in there to give us your information so we can put you on our mailing list. There's also a box you can check if you do not want to be on our mailing list. So we invite you to fill that out and take it back to the podium, and you'll get a gift if you take it back. Today is Potluck Sunday, and I understand we have some goodies back there. Oh, yeah. So if you'd like to stay after, I encourage you to do that so we can have some goodies to eat and we'll get to know you a little bit better.
Love goodies.
Lots of goodies. So we'd like everyone to know, most importantly, that Unity of Stewart is a positive path of spirituality. Everyone is welcome here, no exceptions. And not only are you welcome, but you honor us with your presence. So thank you for being here. That's our board of directors. And our boardie of the day is David Evitable, our president. And David is here kind of overseeing everything, taking ownership of what's happening here. And if you have anything that you have a question about, you can ask Dave. He's at your service today. And if he can't answer it, he will find the answer or point you to someone who can answer it for you. Thank you, David. And also we have chaplains on duty today. And our chaplains on duty today are Bertha and Connie. So there's Bertha and Connie's in the back. You will know them. You see their faces up there. And Connie and Bertha will be in the sanctuary after service. If you have anything that you'd like prayer support with, a joy, a challenge, anything at all, we invite you to pray with Bertha or Connie. And they will hold your prayer in the highest confidence. And as well as or instead of, you can email us at prayer@unityofstewart.org. That comes directly to me, and then I send it off to our prayer chaplain coordinator, that's Amy Neff. And you can also call the Silent Unity prayer line at that number there, and they are 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week prayer line if you'd like to get some prayer there. Scoop, there it is. I can't tell you how much fun I have saying that. We're going to have a night of ice cream, games, and connection, and that is August 1st at 6:30 right here at Unity. We'll probably try to do a lot of it inside. I just ordered giant Jenga, so that I don't know. It doesn't sound like it excites you as much as it excites me. And also our board president, who's been banging the giant Jenga drum for a while. And we'll have ice cream, and this is like just a little mini fundraiser. And adults you see is $10, children under 12 are $5. No one will be turned away, however. And we're also asking for sponsorships. If you feel like you can underwrite this night of ice cream and games, we invite you to see me or see David after the service. We have one sponsor already, and so thank you for that. And like I said, mini fundraiser, and we don't want to turn anyone away. So, and not that we would anyway. We wouldn't, even if no sponsors came up, nobody would be turned away ever. All right, moving on. Oh, this is exciting to me. I met Haisha Martyr on Thursday in my office. She is a certified Qigong instructor, And she is going to bless us with a free intro to Qigong, and that'll be on August 3rd at noon. It's going to be about 45 minutes. As I said, it's free. And then we'll talk a little bit about what it might look like to have a weekly class here at Unity. And so if you're interested, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what Qigong is if you don't know, all right? It's a dynamic. If you know Tai Chi, like the slow movements, you see the elders in the park doing Tai Chi, you know what I mean? It's a cousin of Tai Chi. It involves soft power and flowing motion that stretch and lubricate the body, its joints and internal organs, having the effect of massaging them. So I'm going to be there. So I invite you to join on August 3rd at noon with Heisha. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. So one of my personal values is to bring mindful, prayerful thought, speech, and action to the shared work of co-creating a world that works for everyone, that serves the good of all. And it is also one of the foundational values of our Unity movement. So in light of what's happening here in our country, particularly today, after that bill was passed, the dismantling of the social safety net here in the US, and the rising authoritarianism, maybe you have found too that you need to dig deep into your spiritual principles and into your values to remain hopeful and centered, balanced, and calm. And here's the good news, right? The good news is that we have that power. Those of us who are on the conscious spiritual path, know that we can go within and expand that power within us through our prayerful, mindful meditation and our service work. So I keep my hope alive by imagining a world that works for everyone, and I bring that world into being through my spiritual practices. So I'm reading this book. It's by Krista Tippett. On Being. Have you ever heard of that? She did a podcast, BBS. And in the book, there's a quote by the poet Rainer Maria Rilke, and it says, "I believe in everything that has not yet been said." And so I adapted that quote from my own spiritual practice. I believe in everything that has not yet come into being. I continue to believe in everything that has not yet come into being. By that, I mean a world that works for all, a world of compassion, of love, and of kindness. So please join me in dedicating our time together today to hope and to transforming the world by showing up in our spiritual practice. And I invite you into today's reading. In stillness, I remember the presence I call God is not bound by borders, beliefs, or traditions. It is the infinite essence at the heart of all creation. It is love without preference, peace without condition. Every path, whether shaped by ritual, silence, service, or song, can become a sacred road home to the same indwelling spirit. So today I release the need to be right. I choose curiosity over comparison. I listen for the sacred in stories that are not my own. I see beyond form and name, and I recognize the thread of truth woven through all sincere devotion. The mystery we call God is not confined, it is revealed. And I walk my path with both confidence and humility, knowing others are doing the same in their own beautiful way. And we breathe into this space, into this time, into this breath, knowing that that power and the presence of oneness, source energy, the divine infinite, the universal mind, the Buddha nature, whatever we call it, is right here, right now, as we walk our paths in love and honor the divine in every path. And so it is. Amen. Please join me in affirming our affirmation together. As I walk my path in love, I honor the divine in every path. And let's take that inward and take a deep breath, anchoring that affirmation. As we affirm one more time together. As I walk my path in love, I honor the divine in every path. And so it is. And let's prepare for meditation by singing I Am One with God.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And we breathe deeply, consciously, as deeply as you are able to or desire to. And we let that breath ground us. Ground us in that presence and power of oneness, the presence and power of spirit. We become ever more aware of how presence shows up in our lives. It doesn't wait in a building or a tradition or one name. It is here, in the quiet beneath thought, in the stillness behind sound. And so we breathe in that stillness. We breathe in these tones, dropping our shoulders, releasing any tension the body may be holding. And we allow ourselves to be here now, right where our feet are. And in this time of prayerful meditation, I invite you to let your own spiritual journey rise gently within you. Where have you felt the sacred? Perhaps in moments of prayer, in laughter with a friend, in nature, in music, in movement, in partnership, in silence. It's always right here, right where we are. We may not even realize it at the moment, and yet it is true. Right here, we live, move, and have our being in spirit. We let go of the need to get it perfect. We release the idea that there is only one right way. And we are open and willing to see with love. Each step we've taken through joy, grief, curiosity, doubt, brings us closer to Source. So we trust that wherever we turn, the presence is already there. We recognize it when we feel peace. We know it when love rises. One source, many paths, one love, everywhere. I rest now in that presence, in the quiet. In gratitude for co-creating this sacred circle of love, of presence, of power, I invite us to bring into our awareness all of those who are on our prayer list here at Unity of Stewart, and all of those that are in our minds and hearts this morning. Let's send a special prayer out to those in Texas, and to all those who are affected by all that is happening in our country. And if you'd like to speak names or situations out into this holy space, I invite us to do that now. And releasing all to the care and keeping of the one. I invite you to join me in praying this in the name and the nature, the light, the love, the power of the indwelling Christ consciousness. And so it is. Amen. Let's sing.
One, two, three, four. All that I have is blessed. All that I give is blessed. All that I have is blessed. All that I have is enough. All that I live is enough. All that I am is enough. This is a song by Thomas Rhett called Be a Light, featuring Mike Taylor's version. One, two, three, four.
In a time full of war, be peace. In a time full of doubt, just believe. Yeah, there ain't that much difference between you and me. In a time full of war, be peace. In a world full of hate, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark, you were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be a light. La 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 la. La 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 la. In a place that needs change, make a difference. In a time full of noise, just listen. 'Cause life is but a breeze, better live it. In a place that needs a change, make a difference. In a world full of hate, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark, you were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be a light. La 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 la. 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 In a race that you can win, slow it down. Yeah, you only get one go around. 'Cause the finish line is yet to be found. In a race you can't win, just slow it down. In a world full of hate, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark. You were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be a light. Yeah, it's hard to live in color when you just see black and white. In a world full of hate, be a light.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Joyful Noise. In a world full of hate, be a light. A Buddhist decided to ring a bell. And so we take a deep breath, as we do when we hear a bell or a phone in the sanctuary. It's a good reminder to make sure our phones are silenced. A Buddhist walks up to a New York City hot dog vendor. And the vendor says, "Hey, buddy, what can I make you?" And the Buddhist smiles and replies, "Make me one with everything." Make me one with everything. Now, I think that's a good joke, yeah? But it's also a profound spiritual question, a profound spiritual request, because under the surface of that humor, it's a yearning that most of us recognize, right? If you're here, if you're within the sound of my voice today or another day, you have a desire, maybe that you haven't been able to name yet. Maybe that's to experience oneness, to experience that deep peace of knowing that there is a power and there's a presence that is at work in the universe, of which we are all a part. It's not just an airy-fairy idea, right? It's not about doctrine or dogma. It's about a felt reality. To feel connected, to be aligned, to be whole, to feel it in a deep place. So let's continue today by taking another deep breath together right here, right now. Allowing ourselves to arrive into this breath. You might want to take a few more. Arrive into breath, arrive into moment, and into this space of listening, and I'll affirm a space of transformation. So it's in this stillness, in this space, that we activate a deeper knowing. That deeper knowing that the truth doesn't belong to just one voice, one path, one tradition. It's both humbling and liberating to realize that no single religion, no one teaching, and no personal insights can hold the complete picture. And yet, each can reflect wholeness. It's not a new idea. It's been around a long time. It's older than any written scripture. But it's important today to remember this when religion is, and of course, that's not just today. It's not just what's happening in our world right now. It's been what's happening for a long time. Religion tends to separate people. And religion is often used to divide rather than to unite. So in unity teaching, we claim and we affirm that the mystery we call God is not a being among beings. God is being itself. Spirit is being itself, not confined to one culture or language, not owned by one religion. God is that underlying essence of all that is, the presence and the power within all life. And it's revealed in many different ways. That's why I can say, maybe you can say with confidence, that all authentic spiritual paths lead to the same sacred presence. Now, who gets to decide what an authentic path is? Well, for us all today, I'm going to decide. What is an authentic spiritual path? It's one that leads a person toward inner connection with themselves, with others, and with the sacred. So here's a few qualities, in my humble opinion, that make a path authentic. It invites transformation, not just belief. We can walk around all day speaking spiritual principles and never have one single solitary change within. So we are called to let spiritual principles transform us, transform our lives. It's not about saying the right words, it's about how we live. It encourages personal experience of the divine without a, what's between us and somebody else? Intercessory. Without somebody that's going to say, okay, you just tell me and I'll tell God, right? And I'll intercede for you. An authentic spiritual path causes us to feel Spirit directly, to sit in the quiet and wait upon that which we call God. Authentic tradition fosters compassion, humility, and love. It calls us to soften our hearts. It holds space for mystery. I said this before, I'll say it again. 3 of the most powerful words in the English language are, I don't know. I don't know. We don't pretend to have all the answers, and we respect the mystery. And it helps us to become more fully ourselves, not a copy of someone else's faith, but the clearest, truest version of our own souls. I say this, I don't know if I said it in this past Unity Basics class, but the other one of my foundational beliefs about theology is that we each can make our own personal theology. You don't have to listen to what I say or what Unity says. You can listen and see what moves your soul and see what you say, oh, I never thought of it that way. Yes, yes. That's our personal theology. I tell the story, but it's a good story. I say it a fair amount. In my first Unity church, in which I was a leader but not the minister, I was helping to put on the Easter service. And one of the things that Unity teaches, and that I believe, is that Jesus did not die for our sins. Jesus lived to show us the way, right? And so I usually incorporate that into the Easter service. And after the Easter service, as I was among the congregation, a woman came up to me and she said, I still believe that Jesus died for my sins. I said, okay. If that works for you, that works for you. We get to structure our belief system in what makes sense to us and what we resonate to on a deeper level. I'm not going to go into it right now, but there are plenty of things our co-founder Charles Fillmore said and taught that I'm like, not sure that's for me. And yet, I believe and I love Unity. I love the teachings. I love the principles. So, if a path leads you closer to love, it's worth walking. If it leads you closer to compassion, it's worth walking. The names we call it may differ: Spirit, God, Source, Allah, Tao, Brahman, Divine Mind, but the heart of the experience is oneness. Theologian Matthew Fox, in his book One River, Many Wells, writes this: It is clear that once we return to the depth or core of religion, we find much more than dogmas, concepts, institutions, commands. We find a striving for experience of the divine, however that can be spoken of. We find both form and formlessness, experience and practice. We also find that in their core and depth, we do not encounter many different religions so much as one experience that is expressed variously and with great diversity and color, flowing in the name of different traditions and cultures. So, let's stick with the water. Is it a metaphor or analogy? An analogy? And imagine rivers flowing to the same sea. You've got icy mountain streams, muddy creeks, wild Amazonian currents, winding streams through farmland. They don't all look the same. They don't all sound the same. They don't take the same route. But they all flow toward the same ocean. So it is for us. Even science points us there. Quantum fields, cosmic unity, the mystery behind everything. Einstein said, "The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion which stands at the cradle of true art and true science." And that's where unity lives, in that space, in that holy space, in that space of mystery, beyond labels, beyond borders, where we can sense a deeper harmony. Sufi poet Rumi wrote this: "All religions, all this singing is one song. The differences are just illusion and vanity. The sun's light looks a little different on this wall than it does on that wall, but it's still one light." So in unity, we honor what we call our master teacher, Jesus. And we also honor the light that shines in the Buddha, in Muhammad, in the mystics of all ages. True spirituality doesn't confine you. It expands you. There's a saying out there that the presence of God is a circle with no circumference. It is open for everyone. Spirituality, that deep connection we have, is open to everyone. Every tradition that helps people awaken to that presence and power is participating in truth with a capital T, even when the outward forms differ. We don't need to compare. I'm sure you're sitting here thinking about a religion or two right now that you're going, yeah, them too? I won't judge. I mean, I judge plenty. But I try not to. I try not to. I used to say, who's the guy who founded that college? Jerry Falwell. Back when I was a baby spiritual path, conscious spiritual path walker, and if the TV was on somewhere or he came on the news, and I used to say, God is so mad at him. God is so mad at him. Like, what's going to happen when he dies? Because he's wrong. He's wrong about mostly everything. And then as I grew and matured, I think, well, I don't think he's right about everything. But then again, neither am I. But what I do know, and what I know with every fiber of my being, that when we die, we all go straight to love. There's no heaven, there's no hell, there's no punishment. We all go straight to love because there can be no other thing. If we have a loving creator, the loving source, the power and the presence of love that wraps around the world, no matter what is going on in the physical, when we make our transition, we go back to love. We see the truth, whatever that is. So when we look at religions for ourselves, trying not to judge anybody else's path, the questions become, is it helping me awaken? Is it helping me love? Is it helping me be compassionate? Is it helping me live a life more fully aligned with peace and power and joy? That's the only rubric that matters, no matter what they call the religion, no matter what you call the tradition. If the practice or the tradition points you to wholeness and awakens the sacred in you, it's pointing toward God. So think about, again, like I talked about in the meditation. Maybe you were raised in one tradition. Maybe you rejected it. Maybe you found another. Maybe you explored many. Maybe nature taught you more about spirit than any church service could. Maybe a yoga class opened your heart. Maybe Om opened your heart more than anything else. I invite you to think, can you think of a moment when you felt something sacred? Any moment, any day, any year, any time, when you felt something sacred. Maybe it did happen in a Catholic sanctuary or in a drum circle. Maybe in this room. Maybe in conversation with a friend or a stranger. Maybe by the ocean. Or by the way the wind moves through the trees. Each of those moments is sacred. Each of those moments is a door to the presence. The presence doesn't care what door you walk through. It just wants to meet you there. Through silence or song or in temple or in hiking, in a tradition or your own way of being, it is all sacred. So it's about sharing the core wisdom of love. Honoring the depth of practice, even if it's not our own. And it is not always comfortable. Sometimes being inclusive means being uncomfortable. We may need to unlearn things that we were taught about what's right or wrong. We may even need to admit we don't have all the answers. But that's humility, opening the door to something bigger. So here's your spiritual homework. And I have some handouts out there if you'd like to take one. Take a line from a sacred scripture, something that you've never studied. Maybe it is a line from the Tao Te Ching. Maybe it's from Sikhism or Jainism or the teachings of indigenous elders. And sit with it and meditate on it and ask what blessing it has for you. Ask how it reveals the presence of love. What truth does it awaken in you? That's how we build inner unity in our lives, in our city, in our families, in our country, and in the world. Not by erasing differences, by honoring difference as diverse expressions of the same source. I have an affirmation I'm going to invite you to affirm with me together. Wherever I turn, I meet the presence of love. And let's take a deep breath. And affirm one more time together. Wherever I turn, I meet the presence of love. Love, this love may speak in unfamiliar words. It may wear different clothing. But if we listen with our heart, we can recognize it. Because the presence isn't out here somewhere. It's right here. It's in us, around us, moves through the world as us. So, we know that people are drawing harsh lines right now, claiming spiritual superiority, weaponizing religion, and as I said earlier, it's not new, but it is heartbreaking. So we are called to something bigger. We are called, all you all, in the sound of my voice. We are called to be spiritual diplomats, peacemakers, translators, not to water down our path, but to walk it deeply and let it expand our compassion for others who are walking theirs. So let's know that wherever there are people seeking truth, it is found. And that presence is always there to meet us, no matter what we call it. So, the Buddhist at the hot dog cart might have been onto something. Make me one with everything isn't just a joke, it's a prayer. And I claim this truth for each and every one of us. Namaste. It is now time for our celebration of abundance, also now known as our love offering. For those of you who are online, those ways to donate are underneath the video and also pinned to the top of our page. And if you are on YouTube and you'd like to donate, you can go to unityofstewart.org and click donate. So thank you. Thank you for sharing your gifts with us, your gifts of finances, your gift of service, your gift of love, your gift of action, spiritual action in the world. And let's affirm our prosperity prayer and then our love offering blessing together. In a universe overflowing with the allness of God, all of the needs of Unity of Stewart and those we serve are instantly, constantly, and bountifully met. From every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected, our abundant good comes to us now. We are grateful. Amen. And our love offering blessing together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give and receive always in love. Let's sing about it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And we do indeed give thanks to the House of Hope, who is running a summer food drive because of the budget cuts. And so if you would like to help people who are having food insecurity, I invite you to grab a list of items from the information table and just bring it back here whenever you like. And now I'd like to invite Roberta Scott to the platform. She's going to tell us a little bit about this forum that is going to be here at Unity of Stewart on Sunday, July 20th at 3 o'clock.
Good morning.
Good morning.
As our country wrestles,
Hold it a little closer.
as our country wrestles with the challenge of immigration.
All right, hold on, Bert. Apparently I didn't turn it on or turn it up. I'm the sound person today, folks. There we go.
Okay, all right.
There
Well,
we
good
go.
morning again. As our country wrestles with the challenge of immigration, we would like to invite you and others in our local community to a forum that explores how we can respond to the urgent and critical issue. In the light of what we are witnessing to the lack of respect for the dignity of some of those in our community, we are entitling this immigration and human dignity when policies hurt people. Some members of our local immigrant community who are at risk will share their stories. This is not a political endeavor. It is rather an attempt to allow our faith and values to respond to a policy that diminishes the human dignity of some. We invite you to share this information and encourage others who are interested as we listen and discern what our faith and our spirituality is asking for us at this moment. There is a flyer on the back in the foyer. Please share this, as it would be great to see the sanctuary full, to really support the immigrants here that are suffering. We would like to have some refreshments so that after we can meet and connect with people that have the same concerns and figure out how we can do this better, because we are better than this. So if you would like to donate some cookies or contribute cookies or share some refreshments, there's a sign-up sheet in the back, so thank you very much.
Thanks, Bert. Do we have kiddos, John? What I forgot to say about the Scoop, there it is. Did I say there were tickets on sale today? There it is. Scoop, there it is. There are tickets for sale. You can see May if you'd like to buy a $10 ticket for an adult or a $5 ticket for 12 and under. Thank you. My family's going to be here then from Germany and from New Jersey. So I asked the board to make it on August 1st so they could all come.
Jude, I think that cornice might still be on.
Thank you. I know we have two lovely babies back there.
There's babies back
There's twins.
Cute babies.
There's twins.
Twins.
Twins. Identical.
What else?
We are planning to do our next coffee house,
Okay.
not the last Friday, but the third Friday of August, which I believe is the 22nd.
All right. Whose birthday? Dave's birthday. Come down for the coffee house on Dave's birthday. How are we doing? They're slowly working. Slow moving kitty train. Marlis has a book group every Tuesday afternoon at 1:30. They are reading a book by Neil Donald Walsh called Home with God. I thought you said, oh my God. I don't think it's called Oh my God, Bertha. Home with God. All right, let's stand as we sing in the kiddos.
1, 2, 3.
She's running for the hills. Right up here. She took off running for the hills. Don't make me go in there, please. All right, you can be seated. All right, how's it going? Hey, Nova. It feels
Going
like
good.
Feels like I haven't seen you in a while. Is that true?
It's all tan.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, she's here.
Welcome home.
Hi, guys. Oh, my gosh.
All right.
Well, hello. We had a good lesson today. We're focusing on Principle 3. And we read a book called The Next Place That I Go.
Principle, did you say principle 30?
3.
Oh, I was
Sorry.
going to say, I didn't know we had 30
Tired.
principles. So refresh our memory. What's principle 3?
Do you want to share Principle 3? It's my favorite principle. Principle 3 is that we are in charge of our experiences, our choices. We get to choose. I create my experience in life. And I love that concept. I think it's just, I live it. So, yeah, I love it. So we read a book called The Next Place That I Go, and it's a person's idea and their of the afterlife. And it is absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely poetic and gorgeous. It's a beautiful story, and it's great for kids because it's a very peaceful.
I need a copy of that.
Yes, and all my kids have read it. So,
Perfect.
yes.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anything else coming up that we need to know about?
Well, I'm planning a family fun day on August 10th, which is the last day of summer. For the kiddos, a big fun day. It's a Sunday. So, yeah,
All right.
it's in the works.
Okay. All right. Let's bless our kiddos in song. Wait. Let's see. Wait.
Oh, birthday.
It's a birthday Sunday. Who has a July birthday? Sophia does. My kiddo in the sound booth, July birthdays. Linda Hart, Lori, my other daughter Alexandra, New Jersey, and let's sing
And
to
me.
them. And Rini,
And
on
Lori.
the top of the list.
And Lori Michelle.
Oh, Florence, you have a birthday? Oh, you're not up there, Florence. I need to know your birthday. All right, let's sing. Stand up. If you can, stand up. Those of you who have birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. That's all my fault. I didn't direct it well. Now we shall stand and bless our kiddos. We love you. We bless you. Give me another minute after this. I want to say something else. Appreciate you and we behold the Christ in you. And before we close with our prayer for protection and peace song, I want to mention Cadence Hart here. Cadence has been working with our kiddos, with her mom, since she was 14-ish. She's now 19 and has now become our office help, our office assistant during the week. So if you come in during the week, you'll see Cadence in the office. So thank you, Cadence. What? Something happened. There we go. Let's close with the prayer of protection and the peace song. Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever I am, God is. I am divine. Let's sing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hell yeah! 1, 2, 3.